Akwaaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we are documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return.
This video, we're talking about buying furniture in Ghana and getting African-made furniture for your house.
So let's get this video started. If you guys have been watching our journey, then you know that Tony made us sell everything.
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything. Like, we came, family of 4, with 8 suitcases.
Suitcases only.
That was it. Not a stick of furniture between us.
Nope, not at all.
So that means that we were left with kind of a daunting task of
buying new furniture.
So
and you'd think she'd be happy she gets to go out and shop, but no, I was the happiest.
Nope, I don't like shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hated this, but it was really interesting to see what the furniture market looks like here in Ghana, and it looks like here in Accra, in terms of what is available for you to furnish your home.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it was... We're going to break this down a little bit.
Yeah, it was interesting just to see what they were offering, the prices they were offering at, and just the different taste and just a weird mix of things here.
Absolutely. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a better idea if you are going to buy Ghana-made furniture, if you're going to buy furniture not made in Ghana, or if you're going to bring your furniture from home. So we moved into our new house. We had a whole house to furnish. We just wanted something easy and fast when we were first starting out. It was like, we didn't have a chair or a bed or anything. So it was like, okay, we got to get this done fast. So we went to like the big furniture store.
The big name places.
Yes, in Accra. And it was like, okay, they had everything. They had everything. But you didn't really care for it. Why are you shaking your head?
No, I didn't like the place. I think one of the biggest issues for me was they had a lot of one-of-a-kind items, and if it sits on the floor and somebody bumps into it and scratches it, then that's what they sell you.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
They put a lot of signs on the furniture that were like, don't sit on the furniture.
Yes.
But I don't know if I like it unless I sit on it.
Yeah, so how do you test out a sofa if you don't sit on it?
Yeah, that was kind of meh. And there were some pieces there that were literally ridiculous. Like, who would have this in their house?
Like gold and velvet, purple velvet
that
chairs looked like a big throne. Oh
it
my
was
goodness.
Some of them were literally terrible. I can't imagine who was going to buy this or how long it must have been sitting on the floor forever.
Yeah.
I don't know who would get it, but that was kind of... Did you feel that the quality was there in terms of the furniture?
For some of the expensive places, yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for the price, they were just kind of gaudy, you know. Just there were more to it than what actually it needed.
They were horrible.
Really
I didn't really like them. So we went to the big furniture store. That was kind of like a thumbs down for us. They had a ton of variety. Guys, if you're like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to pick something out, you can go there and pick something out. You'll be totally fine. But again, there's a downside to that. So we left there, and not so far away was another kind of even bigger furniture store.
Right.
It was like a gigantic department store with a whole crap ton of furniture, which was nice, right?
Yeah, but then for the price, you lost the quality.
Yeah, everything was so expensive.
Yeah.
When I'm talking expensive, guys, I'm thinking like, okay, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 CDs for items in your bedroom. That's a lot. Like,
yeah.
If I'm gonna spend that much, I think about it back home, right? Like, think about it in the States. If I'm gonna spend that much, I want something super high quality that's gonna last like until I die.
Right.
And it was
Didn't
not that.
find that. No, not at all.
It was not that. I felt like there was a lot of, like, nothing was real. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was a lot of particle board and press board, glue pieces.
Those funny screws that you get in IKEA sets
Yeah,
that you can never figure out
there
what
was a lot of those. Oh man, and they were really selling the stuff like it was, you know, the best made furniture. And
Well,
it
and I
really,
think
it was just particle board.
it appealed,
press
I
board.
think, to expats, right? Like you walk in and it looks like you're
Yeah, something you would find in the States, but
Right.
then you look at the quality of it and it's very different.
but it's priced
Way
like
more.
it's
Yeah.
very high quality.
I remember in comparison, I had to run the numbers in my head, and there was a outdoor swing set at the place, and it cost in America
We
one,
had it.
yeah,
We
yeah,
owned it.
yeah, it was $150 when we bought it, and I think the retail price on this thing was like $600 US. That's what the markup was.
Yeah.
So just looking at the price for what you're getting, I'm like, this is just not worth it.
Right. And I feel like we just lost all of our furniture in Harvey.
Yeah.
So we had to go furniture shopping after Harvey, and it felt like we kind of have
Yeah.
been here before.
Yeah. We kind of knew, okay, shopping for furniture, what we're looking for, the quality and price, and we were ready for that, but just
Did not find it
couldn't
at
find
all.
anything comparable to.
No.
Oh.
Well, and so the first two places, they were more like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the things that were being imported were being imported from the West. Then we went to another place where it seemed like everything was imported from
Like
China
India
or Asia.
China, yeah.
It was, I'm not going to say horrible. It serves a purpose,
Yes.
but they were pricing this stuff like it was made of real wood, and it literally was
Yeah.
not
just
even as good as IKEA furniture.
press
It was
particle
like,
board, yeah.
the things were breaking while they were putting them together in the back. And there was a guy in the back that was putting this stuff together, and there's just pieces and
Yeah.
extras of things. I was like, oh my God, do you even know if all of the pieces made it onto your furniture? by the
Right.
time-
And he had a horrible task of putting those things together, and I just felt bad for the guy because you can tell he may have been confused about something, and he's like, oh well,
Yeah,
it fit.
none of the drawers closed quite right.
Yeah.
The doors were a little, I mean, it was just like, but everything was priced as though it were either at the other furniture store or in the US.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So
Really
now,
overpriced. After talking to the box stores, the big stores on furniture, why they only have like one of a kinds. They're like, well, we don't have the warehouse space, so they have this big showroom but no warehouse.
which doesn't even make any sense. Like we were there and we saw something. We were like, oh my gosh, that's the thing we want. And they're like, oh, it's sold. So I was
Like,
like,
well, yeah,
okay,
get
well-
one else warehouse. Oh, we don't have a warehouse.
so I was like, call one of the other branches that you have. Does anybody else have one?
And
that
they're
we
like,
can go pick up?
no. They only ordered the one, so it's just the one.
Who would order
That's
one?
That's the nicest
Isn't it?
piece. And I remember seeing, like, keeping my eye on, like, a dining room table. I'm like, yeah. And, like, a couple of days later, I was like, hey, you going to get any more of those dining room tables? And they're like, no, that was it. Like,
Which is horrible because it means like if you see something you like, you almost have to buy it right
yeah,
then because it won't be there later.
Exactly. A lot of the stores are like that where
Yeah.
it's one of a kind. So if you see it, better get it.
Which you made a really good point when you were talking to somebody. Like, I think you said it to one of the managers. You were like, "Why don't you make your showroom smaller so you can hold warehouse on the same site?" And he looked at you and he was like,
Like, light bulb. You know, like, wait a minute.
"It's better for you to carry 10 products that are your best-selling products
Right.
that people come in because they know you have these great 10 products, and have a warehouse of 100 of them." That have 100 different pieces that only 10 really sell well of, and the other ones just sit around until you mark them down.
And then, you just have to mark them down until they get sold.
Yeah,
No.
that Queen Victorian living room set, that one's gonna get marked
Yeah,
down.
they gonna have to give that away.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
So we've had this experience, right? Like we've gone to the big box store, we went to the even bigger box store, we went to as many, what people were telling us were like places where we would find furniture we liked. I think that they were sending us places where they thought we should go,
Yeah.
and it was not what we liked at all.
No, not at all.
So while we're doing this, we're like driving by places, and on the side of the road, we keep seeing furniture, and
Yeah.
locals keep telling us not to go
And
there.
they say don't buy from the side of the road. Don't buy from the side of the road.
Don't buy from the side of the road. Please, I beg, don't
And
buy.
as a carpenter myself, I'm looking, I'm like, well, that's real wood that they're using on the side of the road. That's solid construction material.
Yeah. So you got out one day.
So
You're like,
I really like that bed. It was a nice headboard, footboard bed package. I was out there, and I said, let me stop and look.
yeah.
And by surprise, the prices were relatively inexpensive compared to
The other
the
place.
stores.
Yeah.
And the difference was the prices were lower and the quality was much higher because they were using real wood.
And I have to say too, like when you got out and you were looking, you came back and you're like, yeah, you actually have put things together and you understand how construction works, and you thought it was okay. So I was like, all right, let's open up this whole new world. So we started visiting. The thing that amazes me the most is what a person can do without the tools to do it.
Yeah, the ingenuity of these guys to just be able to use a hand saw and a wood plane to make furniture, and it's amazing. If
you watch Home Depot commercials, you think you would need
every tool down aisle 15 and 16, but
just to put like a birdhouse together. These guys are out here with a handsaw, a sander, and whatever thing you just said.
And a wood plane, yeah.
That's it. They are doing the rest all by skill and by hand.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually amazing to watch these guys put stuff together.
Right.
So now you do have to have a little looser timeline when you're working with the guys on the side of the road. And you are going to want to stop at a couple different guys and see who is creating things that seem like quality to you or seem like your style, because they all vary a little bit.
Yeah, they vary just a little bit, and the craftsmanship from one place to the other changes as well. Some guys may be a little more detail oriented for headboards and carving whatever into a headboard or something
Other
like
guys
that.
are really good at the stools and the chairs, so it is.
The more you, and then there's the wicker guys too.
Oh, the wicker guys!
They do all the wicker chairs and tables. Those guys definitely will be seeing us in the future.
I have my mind set on one of those already. Who haven't gotten it yet, but I've got my eye set. But I think the big thing is that you do want to kind of stop at a couple places, take a look around, and don't be afraid of the guys on the side of the road. Right. I don't know why there is such an aversion to that amongst Westerners. I feel like they were really deterring us from doing it. And I kind of want to come out and be like, hey, look, we got it. We got a dresser, a wardrobe, a bed, nightstands, tables.
Yeah, absolutely. And the boys got a bunk bed.
The bunk bed's amazing.
Living room table. I mean, the craftsmanship and quality is very, very nice. It's what you want if you're going to be holding on to this furniture for any length of time.
Absolutely. So a couple things to keep in mind here. You do want to have a longer timeline. When we went for the first time to tell them that we wanted bunk beds, I think they told us it was going to be like 2 weeks for getting those. So if you're kind of like us and you're here with absolutely no furniture, 2 weeks might not fit in your timeline. But, I feel like it was worth the wait. The boys' bunk beds are...
I mean, we had guests over, and they 2 grown men slept on one on the top, one on the bottom bunk. So
nobody died, so that was good.
So the quality and craftsmanship is definitely there.
Well, and I really like that it's made out of real wood.
Real wood, yeah.
The second part that I really like is that the money went to a Ghanaian.
Yeah, the money stayed local, and that's really important to us. We try to do our best spending local and making sure the most of our dollars stay local and are regenerated here.
So I will say, when we went to all of the big box stores, every single one, I don't know why I find this to be one of those things that I pay attention to randomly. It's just, I'm looking for the person in charge. Not like in a hey Karen kind of way. I'm just like, hey, who's operating this business? I'm not. I just want to know who's in charge. Like, whose business is this? Are we supporting a Ghanaian business? Are we supporting an expat business? Are we supporting a Middle Eastern's business? I want to know where the money is going. And for all of those big box,
big name stores, all of those are foreign-owned companies. So
every single one that they sent us to, and with plenty of Ghanaian employees, which is great, but
But
the money's not.
and as she says, employees, there are none that are in supervisory roles that we could find. So
No.
that's something else I didn't like about shopping at those stores. That everybody there was an underling to a foreigner.
Yep. And so I think for us, thinking about where we want our dollars to go, wherever we can, we want to support a local business, a local Ghanaian business, the
Right.
local people as much as possible. So like when we go to the market, we try to go to the market and not to the Western market unless there's things we don't need. And even if we do go to the Western market, we only buy the things that we can't find at the market with the ladies
Right.
because we want to give them the money. So same thing here with the furniture. To spend as much money as you're going to spend on furniture,
You definitely want to spend it locally just to make yourself feel good, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And to know you're getting something made of quality.
it was very good quality and made in still, I can't have to go back to this, in a way that just blows my mind.
Yeah, just to see those guys out there with a handsaw, just a handsaw, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this going to turn out and look like? You'd
really
be
nice.
amazed.
Well, so the second part of that too is that you do have to have something in mind of exactly what you want. This is not like going to a showroom and getting to pick from like 85 different things. You're going to tell them what you want. If you have a picture, that's even better because make sure that there's clear communication. You can WhatsApp it to your craftsman. But if you go and you're like, oh, I just kind of want a headboard and like maybe kind of this and that, you are not going to get what you want. The more specific you can be, the better.
Yeah, especially on things like the beds and the headboards and the length of the rails and things like that. You want to know the measurement because we found out there's two different king size mattresses here in Ghana. The one is
the local king,
the local king and the import king. So you want to make sure which king size mattress you have.
Right, and we are taller people and do not like things low to the ground because we all getting up out of a bed like that, man. That's
so we had our furniture made just a little higher, so
Right.
it makes getting in and out of the bed easier.
Yes, so all of these are things you want to think about and you want to be as specific as possible. The other thing to keep in mind is how you're going to do the payment timeline. So for us, when we sat down, how much did we give the guy up front?
I think we did thirds.
A third.
Yeah.
And then we came and checked after a week to
Yeah,
see how
after a
things were
week.
going.
And then we gave them another third.
And we wanted to see all of the pieces that were part of our purchase.
Right,
So
right.
we were like, okay, we want to see all the stuff. Then before they got the last third, everything had to be delivered to our house and set up. So it's just trying
just a thing, you know, just safety issue to protect yourself, to make sure, hey, you're starting out, you don't want to lose money. The third down, go look at the product, visually check what's happening, and say, okay, yeah, this is what I ordered. It's coming along in a week. It should be done, and go and see the finished product, have it delivered, and then you pay for it.
Yes,
That's the
and the
best
craftsman
way we can tell you to avoid getting scammed or anything like that.
And the craftsman should provide you with a receipt of your purchase. So you should be getting
Absolutely.
receipts anytime you give them any money. They'll take cash, they'll take Momo, but most of them will not be able to process any kind of credit card or debit card.
Right.
So keep all of that in mind as you go along. I like our furniture.
I love our furniture. I think we made a friend every time we pass by there now. He looks and he waves, so it's like,
I know, it's like, we only need one bedroom set though, man. We'll tell everybody else about it.
We'll tell everybody else about you.
Yeah, so I mean, if you are considering moving, I really want you to think about not only supporting a local craftsman, but really looking at what these craftsmen are able to do with the resources that they have and the quality that they're able to produce. I couldn't. Could you?
No.
You're a
Even being a
carpenter.
carpenter, I probably could, but it would just take me a little more time just to
You'd
be
need a power drill in there somewhere. Come on. You had one of the saws that did this thing, and the ones that go forward.
I had chop saws and jigsaws and all kinds of, so.
You weren't going to do it with a handsaw.
Yeah, just a straight handsaw.
No,
These brothers are crafty.
Seriously.
Definitely crafty.
It's totally true. So we hope that you will support your local craftsmen. Don't be afraid to stop at the roadside and check out what people have to offer. Obviously, be cautious when it comes to giving people money, but these guys are out there making a living, so let's help them along. I want you guys to drop into the comments and let me know. Roadside furniture, yes or no?
Right.
I'm curious, you think they'll be yeses?
I think so. I mean, when they see these wicker basket or chairs and tables and couches, wicker couches that you put the square pads on.
They're so nice.
Beautiful, beautiful. We'll have to.
Yes.
Once,
I'm getting one for outside.
Yeah.
I'm getting one.
I know she's getting one.
I'm getting one.
Said it too many times
I
now.
know. I've willed it into existence.
Yeah, when you get a chance to actually visually see the products that they're putting out, I mean, it will definitely make you stop and take a look at it.
Absolutely. So keep that in mind as you're making your decision, whether you're going to ship, buy local, buy Ghanaians, or buy local at one of the big box stores.
Right.
All of them will work for getting your house furnished, maybe just have a little bit of a different impact on the community around you.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to head on out of here.
Okay, hey, that's it for this week. Charlie out. Charlie out.
I feel like it was a quick one. I feel like we should have talked about how the furniture stands the test of time because our boys use pumpkins like trampolines.
Like tree houses.
It's like a full Olympic sport in there. They're upside down on the thing, moving around. Hasn't tipped or moved once.